The intelligence quotient, or IQ, has become a hot word in discussing a person's mental abilities. By attempting to measure a person's intelligence, a debate has been fueled about whether that person has any control over his IQ at all. Some believe that it may simply be influenced by the genes they inherit, while others believe that it is nourished through hard work as they grow older. Whatever may be the case, one thing is for sure. IQ is the best measure of intelligence, as of now. So what is IQ? Although we have often come across this term in the course of our lives, we still need to set some standards to distinguish good value from average. The intelligence quotient is nothing other than the number a person achieves after taking one of the many standardized tests to measure the intelligence level of individuals. Originally, the intelligence quotient was calculated as a ratio of mental age to chronological age. The formula IQ equals to MA over CA times 100, where MA is mental age, CA is chronological age. Today, however, intelligence values are calibrated with values of actual population values. Here's a graph showing how people fare when they take an IQ test. This is, as you can see, a bell-shaped curve. It shows that most measurements fall in the middle and fall less at points further from the center. In our case, this means that most people's IQ scores fall in and around the average range, while much fewer people score very low or very high. The general score of 95% of the population from these tests ranges between 70 and 130. Since there are quite a few different classifications, the Stanford-Binet scale of human intelligence is the most commonly used one, and we shall use that as a reference. According to this scale, people who have a score higher than 145 are considered geniuses. You already saw the list of the people with the highest IQ in the world. Let's meet these geniuses. Number 16, Stephen Hawking, with IQ score 160. One of the greatest minds, Stephen Hawking, was a professor, author, and world-renowned theoretical physicist. His book A Brief History of Time sold more than 10 million copies worldwide. He was also the undisputed champion of the study of black holes, which was also his specialty at the time of his death in March 2018. Hawking's inspiring fight against amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, and immortal love of physics have earned him a reputation as a symbol of knowledge and intelligence in pop culture. Number 15, Paul Allen, with IQ score 160 to 170. Paul Allen is one of the founders of tech giant Microsoft. He was born in 1953 in Seattle, USA, and became friends with Bill Gates while they were both at school. He quit his studies in 1974 and convinced Bill Gates to drop out of Harvard University too. The following year, they founded Microsoft, what's now a multi-billion-dollar tech giant. Paul is a well-known philanthropist, just like his friend and co-founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates. Number 14, Albert Einstein, with IQ score 160 to 190. Speaking of symbols of knowledge, the name of this scientist is actually a synonym for genius. It cannot be denied that he shaped the future of science. He was awarded the Nobel Prize for discovering the law of the photoelectric effect. The theory of relativity was also his invention. Although there is no scientific method for calculating his IQ posthumously, researchers had to estimate his score by carefully analyzing his papers. Number 13, Judith Polgar, with IQ score 170. Chess grandmasters rarely aren't geniuses, and by rarely, I mean never. Judith Polgar became the youngest one at the age of 15 and still proudly holds that record. She is a pioneer for women in chess and one of the greatest chess players ever to live. She defeated Garry Kasparov, the reigning world champion, in 2002 and went on to conquer 10 other world championships. Number 12, John Sununu, with IQ score 180. John Sununu was born in 1939 in Cuba, Havana. He then went on to study mechanical engineering at MIT. He got his doctorate in 1966. After his graduation, he worked as a professor at Tufts University till 1968, after which he was appointed as the Associate Dean of Engineering. He held that position till 1973. He also served as the governor of New Hampshire, and in 1989, he became the White House Chief of Staff. Number 11, Philip Emeagwali, with IQ score 190. Philip Emeagwali is a Nigerian-born engineer, mathematician, computer scientist, and geologist. He left school at the early age of 13 due to the Nigerian Biafran War. Through hard work and self-study, he earned a degree in mathematics. He went on to win the 1989 Gordon Bell Prize for his use of a connection machine supercomputer to help detect petroleum fields. Even after facing rejection due to racial discrimination, he didn't give up. He continued to inspire people worldwide by earning 3 master's degrees in mathematics, environmental, and marine engineering from various universities. Number 10, Mislav Predavec, with IQ score 190. Mislav Predavec is a mathematics professor from Croatia who is said to have an IQ score of 190. He says, "I always felt I was one step ahead of others. As the school material grew, I simply solved the problems faster and better." Predavec was born in Zagreb in 1967. He teaches at Zagreb's Škola Medica Zagrabiensis. He has also run a trading company since 1989. He founded an exclusive IQ society called Generic, which is part of his broader IQ network. He says, taking tough intelligence tests is his favorite hobby. Number 9, Garry Kasparov, with IQ score 194. To be number 1 in the world rankings 225 times in 228 months is no small achievement. Kasparov is a native Russian and is considered by some to be the greatest chess player of all time. As proof of his brilliance, he once tied a game with IBM's Deep Blue, a chess computer that could calculate 100 million moves per second. He is also the proud record holder of the highest number of consecutive victories. Number 8, Christopher Michael Langan, with IQ score 190 to 210. Christopher Langan, born in San Francisco, California, began speaking at the age of 6 months and taught himself to read at just 3. Langan has managed to achieve the perfect score on the SAT, even though he fell asleep during the exam. He is often hailed as the smartest man in America. He has also developed a theory called the cognitive theoretical model of the universe, which is essentially concerned with the relationship between mind and reality. Number 7, Edith Stern, with IQ score 200+. Born in 1952 to Aaron Stern, a concentration camp survivor whose cancer treatment was paid for by Albert Einstein, Edith Stern communicated with cards when she was no older than 11 months. At 1, she could identify letters, and at 2, she could speak the entire alphabet. At 12, she had already attended college, and 4 years later, she taught trigonometry there. Her IQ is estimated at more than 200. Number 6, Kim Eun-young, with IQ score 210. Kim Eun-young was born in Korea in 1963 and began speaking at the age of 6 months. By the time he was 3, Kim Eun-young was already able to read English, Korean, Japanese, and German. As if that wasn't insane enough, he wrote poetry and had already completed 2 short stories by the age of 4. His drive and thirst for knowledge made him decline enrollment in Korea's most prestigious university at the age of 16, and he instead started to pursue a PhD in civil engineering. He currently spends his time doing valuable research and teaching at Chungbuk National University in South Korea. Number 5. Christopher Hirata, with IQ score 225. A former child prodigy, Hirata became the youngest American to win a gold medal at the 1996 International Physics Olympics. He achieved the incredible feat when he was just 13 years old. At the age of 16, he was involved in a NASA project and graduated from the prestigious Princeton University at the young age of 22. He is currently a visiting professor of astronomy and physics at Ohio State University. Number 4. Marilyn Vos Savant, with IQ score 228. Marilyn was born in 1946 in Missouri, USA. Believing that her premarital surnames should be kept, she kept her mother's surname, Marina Vos Savant. As a teenager, she worked in her father's store and wrote articles for local newspapers under other names. She became famous when she first entered the Guinness World Records highest IQ category in 1986 and remained there until 1989. She was said to have an IQ of 228. Number 3. Terence Tao, with IQ score 225 to 230. Born into a Chinese family in 1975, Terence showed an extraordinary talent for mathematics at a very early age. The fact that he had started attending university-level mathematics courses should be proof enough of this. He had earned his doctorate at the age of only 20, and perhaps more importantly, he was the recipient of the Fields Medal in 2006. For the uninitiated, the Fields Medal can be considered the Nobel Prize equivalent in mathematics, but this award is given every 4 years. Tao resides in Los Angeles with his wife and kids and focuses on partial differential equations, algebraic combinatorics, harmonic analysis, and analytic number theory. Number 2. William James Sidis, with IQ score 250 to 300. This man simply plays in a completely different league. Born in 1898 in New York City and raised in an intellectual family, he was gifted from the very beginning. At the age of 5, he operated a typewriter and learned Latin, Greek, Russian, French, German, and Hebrew. At the age of 6, he was refused admission to Harvard because he was considered too emotionally immature. Later, at the age of 11, they had to take him in, and he gave his much-acclaimed first lecture on four-dimensional physics. He was threatened by some fellow students at Harvard so that his parents put him in a teaching position in Texas. Due to this, he could not pursue academics and instead decided to focus on his political career. He died of a stroke at the age of 46 as a reclusive penniless clerk. It should be noted that the fact that he was the smartest man of all time is often called into question because William's sister and mother had acquired a reputation for making exaggerated claims about the Sidis family. His sister told a famous psychologist and author Abraham Sperling that his brother had an IQ score of 250 plus. To quote Sperling, author of the 1946 book Psychology for the Millions, Helena Sidis Williams' sister told me that a few years before his death, her brother Bill took an intelligence test with a psychologist whose score was the highest ever. Regarding IQ, the psychologist said that the number would be between 250 and 300. William Sidis took general intelligence tests late in life for civil servants in New York and Boston. His phenomenal ratings are a matter of records. However, Sperling never seems to have given Sidis an IQ test himself to test his IQ. If so, why didn't he talk about it in A Story of Genius, which is basically Sperling's account of Sidis's intellectual abilities? Apart from the controversy over Sidis' real IQ, he was undoubtedly a brilliant individual, a fact evidenced by the excellence he achieved so early in his life. It is impossible to say what Sidis would have achieved in mathematics and science if his talents had not been wasted. Number 1. Anand Celeste Cawley, with IQ score 263. Anand Celeste Cawley was born in 1999. He has an IQ of 263. At the age of 7, Anand became the youngest person in the world to pass chemistry O-level. By the age of 8, he took chemistry lectures at Singapore Polytechnic, an institution of higher learning in Singapore. He composes music and can recite pi to 518 decimal places. How can you increase your IQ? There are 5 ways to improve your IQ score. Many people try to improve their IQ scores. Although some studies claim that IQ is hereditary and relatively stable throughout a person's life, others claim that it can be improved. As we said, IQ is a comprehensive value, so we can increase it overall by increasing the factors that contribute to it. Number 1. Education. Some studies suggest that the more time we spend at school or in the learning process, the more we can increase our IQ. Number 2. Exercise. This is more of a biological reason. Working out increases blood flow to the brain, which means an increase in oxygen. This causes the brain to be more active, and its cognitive skills are generally enhanced. Number 3. Learning a new language. Learning a second language causes the brain to use its thinking skills, associating skills, memory and retrieval skills, and decision-making skills. Number 4. Meditation. We have all heard psychologists talk about the use of meditation because the potential benefits of this practice are immense. Indeed, recent studies have shown that meditation increases the brain's plasticity, which is the brain's ability to regenerate. In turn, this increases our ability to retain information and boosts our overall cognitive ability. Number 5. Brain training programs. These programs have been called out by many researchers as unreliable. They argue that once a person knows he will be brain trained, the hope of it working automatically boosts performance, similar to a placebo effect. Many brain training programs do lead to a significant increase in a person's performance as they help people utilize more parts of the brain than normal. That's it. Hope you enjoy our video. Please like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates.